Happening right now, we are watching for a chance of a tropical development out in the Gulf.
Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Suchan.
This was Invest 98L that I mentioned yesterday. It was over the Yucatan, and now it's over the Gulf, and it is getting its act together. Very lively tropical wave. This X is the position early this afternoon, so you see it's making steady progress, not a slow mover. Now has a 40% chance of development as it works its way towards South Texas. This is a 12-hour loop, and you can see the explosion of thunderstorms around it. Still very disorganized. Hurricane hunters flew in there today. Certainly not a depression or a tropical storm. It just needs more time to try to consolidate those storms into a little inner core with a pressure drop, and it has another day to do that. The biggest obstacle is its time over water, because it's a quick mover. And notice the spaghetti plot modeling, strong cluster right around Brownsville, northern Mexico into South Texas. And notice that track is right over us. And I do have a weather alert day in the forecast on Saturday. I expect to see showers and tropical squalls with downpours. For the front half of the day, that rain chance is 50%. Then later in the afternoon and the evening, it is just an isolated 20% chance, not much on Sunday. Meantime, not much rain out there now. We've had a couple of pop-ups here in the Hill Country, a couple out there in Uvalde County.
Well, it's August, another triple-digit heat day.
Third straight day of 100-degree heat here in San Antonio, and the Gulf of Mexico is firing it up here with the showers and storms with that tropical wave. So let's get you out there. First of all, 4-zone weather watchers starting off with 100-degree heat in around Bexar County, 99 Steve Kerr in Converse, 101 in Rogers Ranch, and I see down into Jourdanton we have 102 as the current temperature. All right, here we go. Our Raul B. Rodriguez Law weather cam view across each of our 4 zones, sitting at 100 degrees. That's the high for the day, 101 in Gonzales. And just a couple little sprinkles now left behind out there in Uvalde County. We pulled a view out here over the past 3 hours, and we've had a few little pop-up showers and thunderstorms in parts of the Hill Country. Not much elsewhere across the area, and not really expected to see much through sunset. All right, so weather impacts in our 4 zones with that Gulf wave. The rain chance on Friday, it's isolated. It's a scattered chance on Saturday. As I see it on Saturday, there will be spots that could see 1 to 3 inches or more of rainfall. That is a flooding risk, but it's in spots. It's not widespread, as you'll see here in just a second. Could get a few gusts over 40 miles an hour, and of course frequent lightning here. So Saturday, early in the day, that is the main window. Out across the Gulf right now, you look at the wind gusts, not terribly impressive. Here's our wave right in here. This is more of the wave, and there's an area of high pressure up here, so you have a stronger gradient that's in here that's funneling the wind. But in time, over the next 24 hours, as this feature moves towards the South Texas coast, could see the winds get a little bit stronger as it maybe attempts to develop an inner core. This is a 12-hour loop, and you can see the colder cloud tops. That's the red color, maroon. Those are the tops of thunderstorms. Earlier, not much to start the day, and then we've had this development of these scattered storms. Now we watch to see if they're able to consolidate into an inner core as it works towards the deep South Texas coastline, and in an environment of very little wind shear. So that's not an issue. The water is very warm across the Gulf, as you can see here, 85 to 90. That's bath water. It's just the transit time it has over the Gulf. It's not sitting here, it's moving along. So that's a very narrow window of opportunity to develop. And I do believe, my gut and my hunch, is we may get a tropical depression to form just before it reaches land. The next name on the list is Fernand, and I'm not sure it'll reach tropical storm status here, but it's going to try. And you can see actually our in-house computer model, there's a little inner core right in here. Look at the winds. So that is an attempt to try to sort of develop an area of low pressure as it's coming in, but it just runs out of time. That's the isolated rain chance tomorrow. Here's Saturday. You see these squalls coming in the middle of the night, 3 to 4 in the morning, our eastern zone, parts of our central zone. These are pockets of heavier rainfall early in the day on Saturday at 6 to 8 in the morning. Could be in and around Bexar County. And then it moves on. So unlike what we had on July 4th, this system will not sit over us. This is not going to be a repeat performance, but it's enough to create some flood advisories, maybe a flash flood warning. We have a level 1 out of 4 flood risk in our area. And we look at the total rainfall, that's through tomorrow. And then this is through Saturday. And notice the big bullseye here, parts of Bexar County and Atascosa County. Let's break this down closer with our central zone. And could get, maybe 5 inches or more of rain around Atascosa County into southern Bexar. So we'll be watching that closely for you. This is just one computer model run that you see, but I like what it's putting out. I feel confident in the trends on it. And there's our eastern zone. And then we will see a few gusts perhaps hitting around 30, 35 miles an hour near the coastline as the system makes its approach. So make sure our 4-zone weather app is on your smartphone. It's a free download. You could track this system as it's working towards the coastline. Your Friday forecast, it's a 20% rain chance with a high of 98. Our 7-day forecast, 94 weather alert day on Saturday, then 98 on Sunday, and a 30% rain chance in the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Out west, scattered 30% chance on Saturday. The hill country, it's a 50% rain chance for you, 89 the high Saturday. Here's our eastern zone extended forecast.